Hello everyone, now I'm here with my next video of array operations. Previously I told you about array operations. We are having 5. In previous video we have already discussed about insertion and deletion. Now in this video I'm going to move with searching techniques. See, what do you mean by searching? The name shows us. Search means you have to find something. That's why searching is a technique to find a number in an array, whether a number is present or not. You have to search whether a number is present in a list or not. You have to mention that after searching. Now we are having two types of searching: linear search and binary search. For this year, in reduced syllabus, binary search is not there, but you have to go through it. That's why I'm telling it. Linear search always search each and every element in one line only. Linear means in a particular sequence, and binary means by means two. Always remember, binary search deals with splitting array into two parts. By means two parts. Always search element by splitting into two parts. Always match element with the mid element. Now we are proceeding further so that you can understand it in an easy way. See, first of all, linear search. Linear search, see the first point, searching done in one line from 0 index till length minus 1 index. Means from starting till the end, we have to search an element. And see the second point, searching occur in ordered and unordered array. Means sequential linear search doesn't want a particular ordered array or unordered array, any order, because linear always match each and every element present in a list. Linear never want any particular order. That's why no order required for linear search. Either you are providing a sorted list, it's okay. If list is not sorted, it's okay. If it is sorted in ascending order, it's okay. If it is sorted in descending order, it is okay. Linear search can deal with any ordered array. See, the third one. Because linear search move in a sequence, that's why it is also known as sequential search. In a sequence in an array, it always moves in a sequence. That's why also known as sequential search. For example, if I am having array A of size 10, means 10 integers we are having. For example, I had already shown you all. Array contain element 5, 7, 12, 3, 8, 17, 25, 30, 19, 32. Array name is A. Elements I had already shown you, and then see positions 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 9. Now what we have to search? Searching elements is 30. In whole array, one by one we have to search element 30. That's why I'd already created arrows. The searching starts from 5, then move towards 7, then 12, then 3, then 8, then 17. We have to match all these elements one by one. And then whenever we are getting 30, we have to keep a record that in during searching time we are getting 30. We have to keep one record with us. And then we are moving further for completing that loop till end. And see, now we are going to create logic for that. See now, I had already created class name linear search. You all know these few things because these are common things. And then see, we have to accept size of array, we have to create an array, then we have to accept elements from user. After filling of array, what we want, we have to accept number to be search, because we want element from user, what a user want to search first of all. Then we are going to apply linear search technique. These things we have to prepare first, and after that linear search technique applies. See, from here we are having linear search technique. See, now we have to match each and every element with our number to be search. Means we have to execute loop from 0 till size minus 1, means smaller than size. One by one we are going to match each and every element, because now it is integer, we have to write double equals to. If it is string, then we have to use equals ignore case. Num square bracket I dot equals ignore case bracket n. If you want, I will write it for you all. See, in this way, num square bracket I dot equals ignore case. In bracket you have to write n. If some sort of condition occurs in string, then you have to write all these things. If for other data type you are having double equals to, k equals to 0 shows us we are not able to find any element. But now k equals to 1 shows us we are having that element in our array. K1 shows us yes, we are having that element. 0 indicates we are not having, 1 indicates we are having it. Then after completing the loop, we have to check whether k is equals to 1 or not. K equals to 1 shows us we are having that element, means number found. Else, if k equals to 0 remains same in whole the loop, then number not found. It is an easy technique. Then see what happened next. Array size is 5. I filled 5 elements in any of the order, and then I'd written enter number to be searched. Number to be searched is 33, and element 33 is already with us. That's why answer is number found. Then see the next one. Next one is binary search technique. It is a difficult one, but you have to concentrate what I'm saying. With me you have to proceed, otherwise you are not able to understand binary search. Linear search is an easy technique, but somehow binary search is a complex one. Linear search moves from 0th location till size minus 1, and check each and every element with a number to be searched. But binary search technique never do that. First of all, binary search technique always deals with a sorted array. You have to remember that. This is a basic difference between linear and binary. Linear doesn't want any order, but binary wants sorted order. This thing you have to remember. Then see, it search element in the middle position only. Previously, linear search element with each and every element. Search element with by comparing it with each and every element of an array. But in case of binary search never match each and every element. Binary search always match middle element. Means how we are getting middle element? First, a technique of having middle element, that is, we have to know what first location, then last location, and for finding middle element, we are having that technique that we have to add first and last and divide by 2. Then we are getting middle element. In this way, we have to find a mid element, and then we are going to search whether that number to be searched is present in that middle position or not. See what happened. Firstly, we have to divide list into 2 parts and deal separately with the list. Why it requires? Because I told you earlier that binary search always deals with mid element. How we are going to find that mid element? We have to add the first, last and divide by 2. Then we are getting mid element. And comparison is not fixed. Means any number of comparison is possible through binary search. Because we are checking only mid element, maybe in mid element that element is present what we are searching, then comparison is only 1. In this way any number of comparison happen. See, if we are having array of size 10, then our first location is always 0th location, because array starts from 0, and our last location is size minus 1. Size is 10, means size minus 1 is 9. First location, last location. Then the mid one. Mid one, the formula is first plus last divided by 2. Means 0 plus 9 divided by 2. What we are getting? 9 divided by 2 means 4 point something. But 4 point something is not the answer, because 9 divided by 2 means integer divide by integer, means it is a pure expression. Just remember, integer divided by integer is always an integer. 9 is integer, 2 is integer. Integer divided by integer is always an integer. That's why we are getting answer 4. That's why the mid location is 4th location. Is it clear? I think so. Now I'm moving further. The same thing I written in the top so that you can easily go through it. And then see, we have to search element that is 35 in our array. Now I'm showing you dry run, and after that I'm going to show you the logic. If you are not moving with me, with my words, then it is difficult for you all to understand what is binary search. Try to move with my words. See, first line says, first point says us. First of all, see, f equals to 0, L equals to 9. F is first, L is last. And the same thing I told you previously, Middle one is first plus last divided by 2 means 0 plus 9 divided by 2 means it is equals to 4, because it is pure expression. And now in our case, we have to match element present in a mid location. Mid location we are having element 18. We have to match 18 with our number to be searched, that is 35. We have to check whether both are equal or not. But in our case, both are not equal. Means the question, from that question what we are getting, no, both are not equal. Then what we have to do? Because binary search always deals with mid location. Now we are not having element in our mid location which match our element. Then the same process we have to do again. How? By splitting array into two parts. First part, then second part. We have to split array into two parts because we had already matched this element. And now we have to match these elements. Means first list, and we are having second list. First, second list. And now how we are getting first and second list, and how we are going to know that our numbers belongs to which list? See the second point. Either number n belongs to first list or second list. Yes, in any of them, or maybe not. Then what we have to do? We have to match whether a number is smaller than mid location element or a larger one. We have to check it first. If a number is smaller than mid location, means that number exists in first list. And if a number is greater than n, then it means it exists in second list. We have to check it first. See, in our case, what happened? In our case, n is greater than a mid, means our number belong to the second list. Now we have to move towards second list, because in our case a number is 35 which is greater than n, means what is greater than 18? It is 18 present in mid location and our number is 35, means 35 is greater than mid. If it is greater than mid, means a number belongs to second list because it is in ascending order, and a mid location element is 18, means if a number is larger than 18 means second list. If our number is smaller than 18 means it belongs to a first list. But in our case, we have to find it in second list. See, now what happened? Now we are having our second list with us. What we have to do? We are having our second list, but previously I told you binary search required first element, last element, and then we have to find our mid element. How? By adding first with last divided by 2. In this way we have to check. But previously what happened? First is present here and last is present here. Previously, you know that first is here and last is here. We are having that. But now we have to go through second list. We are having our last, but we are not having first. But we know this one our mid location. But now what we have to do? We have to purely focus on this list. Then what we have to concentrate that we are okay with last, but we want first should come here, because this is our list. This one is our list. Last we are having, but we are not having first. Then what we have to do? See, first is equals to mid plus 1. Mid is here. We have to move it. Here mid plus 1 should be our first value. That's why I'd written first is equals to mid plus 1. Last already 9. We know that. Then first plus last divided by 2. And now what happens? See this point. First is mid plus 1 equals to 5. Now our first is here 5. And last already here. Means 5 plus 9 divided by 2. And 5 plus 9 divided by 2. Always integer, I told you earlier. 7. Means our 7th location is our mid location. And now what happened? We have to check whether element in our mid location, that is 50, match with our number to be searched or not. Again see, 50 never match with 35, means answer is no. Then again same process we have to do. We have to split list into two parts. Again we have to go through the same process till we are getting that element. And now we are having a list. This one, see, I had created it for you all. This, we are already having mid element here. We are already having first element here. We are already having last element here. Means our list is divided into two parts, this one and this one, where we have to move either in first list or in second list. How we are going to know? In this way. Either a number to be searched is smaller than a mid location or larger. Any one happen? Then firstly we have to check it. See what happened. A mid location contains 50 and our number is 35. Means 35 is smaller than 50. And now if it is smaller, then belongs to first list. If it is greater, then belongs to second list. But in our case it is smaller, then it belongs to first list. Now we have to focus on this part only. This part contains first and this part contains last, and we are having our mid here. Then we have to move further. See, again the previous thing I had shown you here. Now previously our last is present here. We have to move our last towards here. What we have to do? We have mid. Means just we have to write last is equals to mid minus 1. Then because we have to focus here, only two elements we are having. This one is first, this one is last in this list. How we are getting that? By just subtracting 1 from mid, we are getting last. That's why I did an L is equals to mid minus 1. The same process. And then see, if f equals to 5, then last is equals to mid minus 1, means 5 plus 6 divided by 2 is equals to 5 only. Means our mid element, now we are having mid element, that is 5. element. Fifth position is on mid position. But see what happened. A mid location is now contain 27. Whether a 27 is equals to 35 or not? Answer is no. Then we have to do the same process again. See what happened. Again, a number belongs to first list or second list. Means either a number is smaller than a mid location or a number is greater than a mid location. See what happened. Now in our case, it is greater. Means now this part never works for us. We have to go toward this part. Means in second list we have to focus. See, in our case, n is larger, then we have to belongs to second list. Then we have to move towards second list only. Now see, second list contain only one element. Means if second list contain only one element, that is 35, position is 6. What happens? See, if we are having only one element, then that is our first element, that is our last element, and then if we are going to find with middle element. See what happened. Mid is equals to first plus last divided by 2. Means 6 plus 6 divided by 2. 6 plus 6 divided by 2 means again we are getting 6. Means it is our mid location also. Means see this thing. That's why we are having this. And now our number matched with our location. I think you are able to understand what I want to say. Now it is okay. The common thing. And then we have to accept element size, array size, and then we have to declare array. After declaring array, we have to accept element. After that, we have to ask from the user which one you have to search. Number to be searched. Then we know our first element belongs to F0. Our last elements belong to L minus size minus 1. Last element always belongs to size minus 1. You know that if we are having array of 4 elements, size is 4, position is 0, 1, 2, 3. Means our first location is always 0, our last location is size minus 1. Now all these things, I think it is easy things for you. I'm proceeding further. Now see, I told you first and last we have to write, and we have to write mid. Leave this part. I'm going to discuss it later. See, first and last we are having, we have to find mid. Then we have to match element with our mid location. If it is matched, we have to come. We have to leave that loop. And if a number is smaller than our mid location, we have to move our last element. Otherwise, we have to move our first element. I told you previously that if it is a mid location, if this element is a mid location, then either list is split into this manner or this manner. Means first is here, last is here. Sometime we have to move our last towards here, or sometime we have to move our first towards here. That's why return first is equals to mid plus 1. This element is a mid element. If we want to move here, then mid plus 1. If we want to move our last here, then it is mid minus 1. Last is equals to mid minus 1. First is equals to mid plus 1. I'd written all these things we have to do again and again. We don't know how many times we have to do, but we have to do. When we don't know exact timing, how many comparison we want, then either we have to move towards while loop or do while loop. Anyone, because it is variable loop, means not fixed, and our situation is not fixed. That's why either we have to choose while or do while. Always remember, do while we are choosing for user defined loop, because when we want to run our logic at least once, then we are using do while loop. But now it is not that condition that we have to run our logic at least once. That's why we are using while loop. And while I'm putting condition over here that first should be smaller than last, you know that first always smaller than last, because first always in starting and last is always in ending. You know that means first is smaller than last. Yes, but see, I told you that previously we are having one condition that first is the same position, last is in same position, in mid also having same position. Previously we had discussed this. That's why I'd written f is smaller than or equals to l. L means sometime condition occurs that first is equals to last. That's why I'd written condition that while first is smaller than or equals to last. This condition we are having. And we have to execute all these things again and again. If it match means if k equals to 1, then number found. If k is not equals to 1 means number not found. Our logic completes. Then see what happened. We are having array of size 10. Array element entered in sorted order. Number to be searched is 46. See, 46 is already there. That's why number found. If it is not present, then answer is not found. In C, few differences we are having with the linear search and binary search. First of all, our linear search is a sequential search. And then binary search divides array into two parts. That's why half sequential search. And logarithmic search also we can say, because it is not fixed. When something is not fixed, then it is logarithmic. Logarithmic value is not fixed. That's why we are saying that it is logarithmic search. Now, works for unordered and ordered list. Any ordered list it works. But binary search always required ordered list, either in ascending or descending order. Then the third one, searching checks each element till it reaches the end. Each and every element is going for comparison. But in binary search, only mid element is going for comparison, and the list split it into two parts till we are not getting our element. Less efficient, more efficient. Efficiency means we are getting something in less number of times. Binary search always provides us element in less number of times, because it checks only mid element. See, binary search only checks mid element. For example, if it is mid element, if it not match with the mid element, then either binary search going to check this one or this one. Means if binary search going towards second list, the comparison is for 1, 2 or 3 element only. The 3 element we are not checking in first list. means comparison is less, takes less number of time, it is efficient. But one thing you know that you have seen that less complex means easily accessible. It is complexity is less means we can understand it in easy way, we can explain it in easy way. But this one is complex one. You have seen that dry run also, it is complex, and the logic is also complex. That's why one difference both are having. I think you are able to understand. I'm trying because I'm not in front of you all. Still, in last, goodbye and good luck.